So let's go for the -4. We'll just pop 2 zombies. And that's going to be it, baby. Draw 2 cards just for funsies here. Liliana, I'm so glad everything worked out. They want to rope me. Are they going to salt rope me? It appears that they are, but you know what? I think that just makes this a little bit more sweeter, right? Let's be honest. Let's go ahead and have a little fun with it. We're just going to say, I'm just going to spam it. Bang, bang, bang. It's over, baby. Ladies and gentle mages, welcome back to another episode of the Man Man, and today's juicer is going to be Esper Control. That is right. So, let's dive into what we got here. Let's start off with our top end. It's just going to be very, very fun. I noticed Liliana Dreadhorde General, a phenomenal card that gets absolutely no love. So we're going to use Liliana as the top end. So if you kind of noticed, why are we in Esper compared to like Azorius Control? Now there is a little something called the Watery Grave and Godless Shrine along with our Verges. So I think the mana, in times past, the mana base for Esper has been kind of a nightmare. But Esper seems to be in a really good spot right now with this mana base. So you do get access to Bitter Triumph as the, I call it 2-drop, but things that cost 2, that does kind of help out a lot. I mean, you do have Get Lost, but unlike that, I think paying the 3 life is a little bit better, usually. And then you can also just go for like the discard action if you need to. So it's a little bit more flexible. I prefer it over Get Lost. It doesn't hit enchantments, but I don't know. I just kind of prefer it in general. We do also have fun stuff with Aclazotz Deepest Betrayal, which usually kind of just ends the game versus aggro in general. So Aclazotz, you'll kind of see that nice little fun grindy card. But enough of that. Singularity Rupture. This is one of the main reasons why we are playing into Esper colors. Destroy all creatures, then any number of target players, each mill half their library rounded down. Well, you guessed it, Riverchurn Monument, that is just a one-hit KO. If you go in for this, they mill half their library rounded down. You go for the Riverchurn Monument, and then you do half their life, and then, or half of their great. You know what? The exhaust ability. That's what we're doing here. I can't talk today. The monument is going to go off for its exhaust, and it's an insta-kill. It just mills out their entire library. Unless you can mill out your library instant speed, maybe like a Crystal Flanker or something like that. Never. I digress. Everything else looks like pretty like stereotypical. Soul Search. So because again we are in Esper, so we are going for black. I think I like this card a lot. It definitely surprised me how good it was. Definitely versus Dimir, because you can't really run Duress because then they have Kaito. They have a cat. So if you run Intimidation Tactics, well then they have the Kaito, it doesn't get hit by it. Soul Search just hits everything. It just literally hits everything. And now you're gonna see, oh no, you only have 3 steps ahead, really? Yeah. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. The meta seems like really fast. I mean, Dimir is already kind of our worst nightmare. There is obviously obviously Kaito, but there is the VV Cauldron. A lot of stuff is a little bit lower to the ground, so I kind of just don't know. Like, the counter spells seem kind of inefficient. No More Lies feels good because it's on 2, but having the 3 steps ahead on 3, I don't know. It seems. I don't know. I just you'll just have to find out for yourself, I guess. Usually just like stocking up anyway, or you just have another No More Lies. But on the draw versus a lot of decks, I'm actually cutting a few counter spells anyway. So I do have a few negates just for like the counter spell war that comes on versus Azorius Control. But other than that, it is kind of what it is. And then we also have the Mistrise Village. I don't have a mountain or forest, but having the next spell you cast this turn can't be countered is phenomenal, because then you just go for the Rupture, can't be countered. You go in for the Monument, can't be countered. So that can definitely come in handy versus other kind of decks that want to control the board as well. But other than that, one little Malcolm. I gotta run Malcolm, let's just be honest here. But Seamrip is really good. Seamrip can get rid of Cauldrons, it can get rid of Cecil. Seamrip is everything, and the meta is also like very fast. It's not Corey Steelcutter fast, but it's not blazingly fast, but it's still pretty fast, and that's the reason why I just don't have a lot of counter spells. I don't know, I don't really like them. The end is very nice, and I also have another the end for the dreaded Kaito and Dimir matchup, because if you can the end the Kaito or the cat, it's kind of easier said than done, but that is very helpful, and we're in black again. So we get the Hosh Posh of Esper. I think this is pretty damn amazing. I'm not going to lie to you. We're going to utilize our strengths, which is just feeling this is going to be the Rupture and the Bitter Triumph versus Azorius Control. So we're going to see. We're going to see if we can make use of it, and of course have some fun with Liliana. So here we go. So we give a shout out to the Manarocks. The Manarocks are the patrons and YouTube channel members that do, and the Twitch subs, excuse me. I've been doing this for a while, and I kind of should get used to that, though, right? So shout out to them. Thank you so much. The Manarocks are the page. Yeah, whatever. That's who they are. You know, hey, I usually do these intros now after the streams, which is I do stream for like 5-6 hours. So sometimes I get a little tongue-tied. So is what it is. Thank you so much. This sounds cliche, but there really is no Man without the Manarocks. So join us in the Discord. Discord is in the description below. Would love to see you there. Keep in mind, only you can help protect the ether with me, so make sure to leave a like on the video. The button looks just like this. Without further ado, let's get ready to vanquish some enemies. SL Veg Zombie. So we got a vegan zombie over here. You're not gonna be eating my brains anytime soon, so it's fine. There's our lovely soul search. All right. Let's just see Rip answer the elf. Nothing degenerate on turn 2 for you. Turn, yeah, 3 drops on turn 2. Nah. All right, Singularity Rupture. Hell yeah. We could go in for the Verge and just hope no more lies. I think that's probably the play here. The only thing I'm kind of nervous about is a Sirach, whatever the hell. So in that case, I'd want to go for Bitter Triumph because it can't be countered. So I'm going to... We're gonna pay the life here. I know it seems kind of crazy, but if they do go in for Sirach, we have to Bitter Triumph because it can't be countered. I just have a weird feeling they might have that. I just have a weird feeling. Let's see a lot more of... And that's a great card. Sirach, the Elusive Hunter, I believe. No, just an Ouroboros. Alright, well, in that case, we'll just no more lies. And then we pay 2 life unnecessarily. That's okay, though. So we're going to find out the power of the almighty Soul Search here. Soul Search, baby. Elf, Tragic Trajectory, or the End? I mean, do I care that much? Not really, right? If we get rid of a 1-1, we could actually create a little 1-1 flyer. I don't know how relevant that actually is, but maybe it is just the end, right? Come on, let's not get crazy here. Another land. I mean, we do have a Singularity Rupture, so I guess. Plus, eventually, they're probably going to get some crazy big things here, right? How does Torpor Orb work with Kaito? Doesn't that block out ETBs? I could be wrong. Ooh, top deck Surrey. There's that damn Elusive Hunter. He is elusive, isn't he? Alright, let's go Bitter Triumph, and then we'll go for Soul Search here. I could wait for the Singularity Rupture, alternatively. Ooh, I don't know. I think I like this a little bit better. We're going to pay, because I have the Singularity Rupture. They're going to draw, then we go for Soul Search, just in case this is a scary card. Tragic Trajectory or an Elf? I think it's probably Trajectory. I don't really care if you ramp up anymore. Plus, I got a little 1-1 Spirit now. There we go. I got a little Spirit, baby. We have to look up Torpor Orb. Doesn't that just, like, prevent ETBs, right? I guess. Aha. Alright, Elf number 2. Cecil. We got the Singularity Rupture. Okay, well, that's 2. We're only running 2, so we can't find another one. So, hold full control. Does he get his loyalty? I would have to read Torpor. I haven't seen that Torpor Orb card in a long time. I think. I don't think the Orb does anything versus Kaito, but we'll check it out. Alright, I wouldn't mind a land here. Ahaha! That's fine. That is absolutely fine. We're going to shock ourselves in here. Singularity Rupture. Now, it kind of sucks because they do have the Revenant. If they have that Void creature, we might be kind of screwed here. Please do not find that Void creature. No! Oh, okay. That's fine. Yeah, Revenant's fine. I just don't want to worry about that Void creature. It's basically the Bloodghast. That would be kind of a nightmare. No way! Oh, no way! No way! Top deck Annex. That's diabolical. That's diabolical, truly. Okay, we're gonna need our Riverchurn then. That's diabolical! That is diabolical! Oh! Alright, so we can go for the Rupture. Ooh, okay. Okay, nice. We might be talking now. Well, that's a pretty phenomenal top deck. I can't complain. So they got the Annex, and then we got our River Regent. Alternatively, we could go for Rupture there, or I guess you could maybe even make the case that we shouldn't have even popped the Annex back. Maybe we should have... I don't know. Hold on. Well, that makes our decision a lot easier, huh? I think my... Let's have them commit to the Unholy Annex before we go for Bitter Triumph here. Come on, you know you want to. You got the Demon. Oh, you're just going to attack me? That's a little unfortunate. I was kind of hoping you'd get a little bit too jumpy. But I really do not want to take this 6/6. Do we just try and win via the Rupture now? You know what? Maybe? You still got to kill me, right? There's no way they can just deal damage. So, you know what? Hit me, baby. Go ahead. Go ahead and hit me. Go ahead. I ain't worried. Going down to 1's a little scary, but other than the Annex, how can they really kill me? Okay. Ha! Damn it! Another demon! Okay, well that changes everything, huh? So I guess I have to know more lives then. I can't have him activate that with 2 demons, because then I have, you know, I have 1 life, so. Alright. Discard. So if they have another demon, I'm just dead. Well, let's just stock up first, because we're kind of living on a prayer here. Riverchurn. Oh, it's not good enough, right? No. We don't have enough mana for the ultimate, so... Gulp. So I think we're just looking at... I mean, I don't think I think we can probably just take the Riverchurn, right? It basically just comes down to, do they have a... whatchamacallit? They don't have any haste, so... Do they have a demon? Do you have a demon? Don't have a demon, please. I didn't know I was gonna have my monument, or else I would not have been going down to 1 life. We'd just be using the Regent to block. So it's basically they just have a demon or they don't. It's very binary here. It's demon or don't, like, right? Come on, don't slow roll me here. Okay, okay, okay. That's not a demon. That's fine. That is absolutely fine with me. Doesn't have haste. Not a demon. Woo, okay. That was nerve-wracking there. Pass the end, do whatever you want. Sure. Down to 2 you go. But I am not worried about your life total, my friend. I am worried about that juicy, delicious library. Oh, we actually have a seam rip anyway. Alright, so we just had it in every which way. We'll just do the damage. We already had the dragon out here. We'll let the dragon finish the game off here. Monument, we can just rest for a second. Yeah, we will rock this. Looks good enough, right? Llanowar Elves. Well, well, well. I think we're going to shock ourselves in here. I do not want to stare down a Sirach on turn 2. That just... it's just not my jam here. I can't get into the rank grind. Oh, yeah, it's not for everybody. It's definitely not for everybody. More into the brawl stuff. I totally get it. Rule of Claw's Heist. Wow. Alright, so they give me a card, they're going to give me... or they're going to steal my Beza? I don't know if I really care that much. It's kind of annoying, though. Alright, let's hope no more lives. We're going to have to archive on turn. It is kind of aggravating if you lose to, like, Kaito or Vivi. I don't know, I still kind of just prefer the standard grind over, like, any other format. I don't know, maybe I'm just a sicko in the head. I don't know. Preacher? No. Especially not when we have tied life. No way. Fountainport. I'm gonna just say no. It is value, though. I'm gonna say no. Let's just try and get something good. Annex. Yucky. Alright, Annex. Might just have to go for our... Ooh, there's Liliana. Okay, let's frickin' go. The queen of content is here. Liliana is in the building, aka my hand. Come on, baby. Our heroine arrives. Let's go. Let's go. Beza, how rude here. So let's actually pay the life. 5,000 IQ here. We're going to go for, I think we are going to go for Bitter Triumph, because this denies them a card draw as well by the time this resolves. Pay 3 life. I guess I don't, yeah, we're going to do this. No life gain, no card draw by the time Beza resolves. You didn't get anything, my friend. Oh yeah, baby. So do you have Restless Cottage? I gotta be careful of that. Because Restless Cottage can just pick off Liliana, so it's kind of really annoying. I kind of wish they would go for a spell. Please don't just go for Annex, because then I have to go for the Rupture. Oh, okay, we got no more life. No, you're not stealing my Liliana. You're not stealing my Liliana. No. You're not stealing Liliana. Absolutely not. Caustic Bronco, huh? Okay. Liliana. Dreadhorde General. Let's go. Alright. I think I have to just make a zombie, right? I'll be really sad if they just have like a Bitter Triumph themselves, but I can't go for the -4, because then they just go for the cottage. That makes no sense, so. Let's be persistently annoying.
No way but my way.
No way but my way. Lily, you tell them. Please do not, if they don't have like specifically a Bitter Triumph, this Liliana, I think we might be looking okay here. That's kind of probably what I would do, maybe, I don't know. Either way though, it's nice to see the opponent squirm a little. Oh, they are gonna go for the can't talk. Wow. Wow. That's fine. Take 3. Block you. Liliana's gonna survive, so. Liliana! Alright, now we start drawing cards. Now we're talking here. Alright, they take 2. Aclazotz! Oh, baby. Got a little Aclazotz action now? I think, yeah, let's just keep the ball rolling, right? Aclazotz, the deepest betrayal with Liliana. That's a pretty board. That's a pretty board right there. If I go... They're going to go for Cottage? That seems kind of wild. That seems like the worst possible move, but hey, what do I know? I mean, I don't know. Maybe... I'm just going to block with Aclazotz. Because we can't present lethal on the back crack here. Well, actually, we do. Hold on. This would be really sad, but do I just let Liliana die? I mean, they're just giving us the game, essentially. I mean, I have 2, 4, that's 6, and then the Unholy Annex. I mean, it's not fun to watch Lily die, but like... Did they play their land for turn? I don't remember. I don't think they did. If they go for, they can have a food, so I'm gonna play this a little more coy. I think we have Liliana. Let's have a little bit of fun here, huh? I don't know if they'd go for untapped land, and then they go for, like, the food token, and that just takes away our whole play. Cecil. Okay. Sure. At this point, we don't need to go for the Consult the Star Charts, I don't think, so... Yes, we should. I'm doing it. Alright, take 2. Draw a card. I want to get a little bit more information before I do anything crazy here, though. So Cecil, that's cute. That's really adorable, Cecil, but we are going to kill you. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it seems kind of weird, but at least now we have the, Wait, did I actually click mine? I didn't really want to mill myself. Hold on, I didn't want to mill myself. Wait, what? I didn't want to mill myself. Probably went a little too fast there, huh? Well, that's not good. Demon Wall. Yeah, I did not want to mill myself. I think, I just milled my win con, right? I did not want to mill myself there. I think we just lost. That wasn't supposed to happen. Hold on, I'm running 2 in the main board. I don't know if I sideboard one out, but we just milled both of our things out. I think we just lost. What do I do now? I'm in complete panic mode. We just punted the game. I mean, we just absolutely punted there. I think we just gotta win via damage now? This is so gross.
Time to get my hands dirty.
I cannot believe I just did that. What happened there? What actually happened? I clearly clicked myself, right? On that Singularity Rupture. I mean, 2 annex, I don't know. I think we're just like screwed here. Yep, there's one. Demon. There's a chance that we can maybe kill them with consult the star charts here. So let's actually just do this for not the kicker and see if we can get into a bitter triumph. We don't. We do have Marang River Regent though. So I didn't kick this, so we're only getting 1. I guess we just take Marang River Regent then, huh? So we're gonna get popped twice. My God. Okay. I think we're still kind of okay. Seam Rip makes things a little easier, huh? Seam Rip. Marang River Regent. Bouncy, bouncy. I guess they can get another thing back, but I don't care. They still have to, like, replay it. And now we can go in for Temple of the Dead. Aclazotz, come back, baby! Oh, we might have literally just saved ourselves here. Down to 5. Are they running board wipes? I would not think so. Can Liliana and friends close out the game? Despite my punt. I still cannot believe I did that. I think we're looking pretty damn good. I don't think they have board wipes, right? No, come on. Liliana, I am so glad I didn't fail you. I don't think Liliana would have been very pleased with me if I would have lost this match, so... Very good to see you, Dreadhorde General. I'm getting a little bit premature a victory here, but... I mean, what could they have? Do you have, like, what, Deadly Cover Up? If they do, I'd just cry, I think. Alright. There's Unholy Annex. That's fine. Demon Wall. And they can go in for the food token, right? That's kind of their plan, I'm assuming. Keen-Eyed. I just have it, right? There is nothing to worry about, I don't think, unless I am crazy, which I might be crazy, but... Let's go and give him a good game. After all of that and all of the punts, through the fire and flames, we carry on. So let's go for the -4. We'll just pop 2 zombies. And that's going to be it, baby. Draw 2 cards just for funsies here. Liliana, I'm so glad everything worked out. Everything worked out. We're so fine. We're so fine. Oh, Liliana, Dreadhorde General. If I would have punted that, I don't know if I would have slept that night. Not so sure I would have. We don't have to worry about that because we got it. I don't mean this as a cocky good game, but, you know, hey, it is in fact good game, zombie. They want to rope me. I think an assault rope me. I think an assault rope me. It appears that they are, but you know what? I think that just makes this a little bit more sweeter, right? Let's be honest. We got Liliana. We have Aclazotz, the deepest betrayal out here. Like, come on. Let's go ahead and we'll have a little fun with it. I'm just gonna spam it. Actually, I keep forgetting I have this Liliana here. I don't know if I sent too many Tamios, scary Tamios, but we've got the Liliana giving spankings. I think that one's a little bit more appropriate for this time. Opponent, you don't have to salt robe. I even gave you the chance by literally punting. Bang, bang, bang. It's over, baby. That one felt good. Hello, Nathan Perry, 33. Right, this looks phenomenal. Well, maybe not phenomenal. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but we do have the Singularity Rupture. Let's get a little cute. I feel like at some point we'll probably sneak into a, stock up or something like that. No, is this Dimir? I hate Dimir. No. No, Dimir is the worst matchup by far. I'd rather face Vivi with this deck, I swear to God. Alright, let's just seam rip this damn thing. Yeah, I would so much rather face Vivi than Dimir. Oh. Oh. If they Kaito, we would just insta-scoop. So bad. Please do not Kaito me. Please don't. Alright, that's fine. Anything but a Kaito on turn 3. Ow. This thing could literally just clear solo, which is wild. Alright, this thing might literally carry solo. Ow. 2 more. I got nothing. Here's a Riverchurn Monument. That's right. Are we just gonna get soloed by this sunset? I think so. I think so. They most likely have a counterspell too, so. Ow. Well, guess I might as well hit you with this, huh? So what do we need? We need a top deck. I mean, literally just anything. That's not anything. All right. Wow. We've got soloed by a Sunset Saboteur. Oh, boy. That's not great. I guess we can archive turn 1 and then go for Seam Rip on their Siren turn 1 or Cecil. So I'm going to keep this. It's already in an abysmal matchup, so let's find something we can play here. No. Seam Rip's definitely good versus Cecil. Oh. Take a look. That's not a duress. Ultima. Alright, well now that they know what I'm got, but the only thing bad about Ultima, I still don't even know if I should even be playing Ultima versus this deck because, by the time they flash in their cat, this is at sorcery speed, so I'm not even really sure this is a good answer. Tidebind? Well, it's just gotta be the cat. It is always the cat. Yeah, it's cat. Gotta be kitty cat. Okay, Singularity Rupture. There we go. No counterspell? We could be looking okay here. I'm gonna hold up full control. Because I want them to think I got something up my sleeve. Haha, full control. You gotta love it. Well, full control again. Okay, that's fine. I guess the question just becomes, well, I left on my full control, so like the illusion, the mirage is kind of over with. Now we got Liliana, not bad. So now they do have Tishana's Tidebinder, which is kind of sus. I'm gonna try and do this first, because if they just go in, yeah, if we go for Liliana, they just go Tidebinders. That's kind of sucky. This deck is just like our nightmare deck. I mean, if they have a counter spell, it's not the end of the world, but we don't prefer that, obviously. Phantom Interference, yeah, I don't know how we beat this deck. I just don't think we can. We kind of just, you kind of pre-accept that you can't win versus this deck when you run Esper control. Alright, no more lies, but again, we're not going to be able to get Liliana out, so. I guess we just go Ultima there. If they have another counterspell, yeah, say there's nothing we can do. Alright, alright. That helps. Still not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination, but that does help. They don't know that I have a Liliana. But good God, is that annoying. So now we gotta go for Aclazotz then, right? Really? Really? That's a little surprising to me. Should I actually just no more lies then? Or should I just resolve Aclazotz? I think we do have to just no more lies this. It's not fun, but if they have a Drowner, then the Aclazotz is just like not the answer that we want it to be. So I'm going to go for Aclazotz first, because we can play around Phantom Interference, which is, we already seen one, so we can play around this rather than going in for Lily. Please don't have a Drowner. 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 No Drowner? Okay, phew. Okay. You already know we're attacking, baby. So they got these sanctuaries up here. I don't care that much, though, right? Getting Aclazotz to swing in. Tidebinder! You're so annoying. The only positive thing here is, obviously, we're still at 4-4. Seamrip can't do much about you, huh? Alright, let's look at the head. But damn, it's annoying. Yeah, Seamrip's not doing much versus Tidebinder, huh? If I go for Lily, I don't think I really want a -4 here. Hold on, if I go for a little +1... If I go +1 and go for 7, they could long goodbye this. Go for a Sanctuary. Go for a map token. We might kill Liliana. Wow, that's pretty bad. But I guess it's our only play, though. So they go for Liliana, kill the zombie.
Time to wake up and
Maybe, oh, hold on. I think we have to do this now then, right? Seamrip and just get rid of the map token. As crazy as this is, I think this is our only shot. This ensures that they can't go for Tidebinder for 4 power, and then Sanctuary, so this makes Liliana a lot harder to kill. Right, so we're up to 7. Sanctuary plus Tidebinder is only 3. They could have went for the, yeah. They could have went in for the map token, essentially. So now Liliana gets to live. That's huge. Unfortunately, we don't really have too much else going on for us. Let's get the archive going. Get a little bit more information. We love stock up. But at this point, I am not going to swing in here. We're going to go in for the archive and then potentially even Scoundrel. And because they do have Tidebinders, I think we should just do it now. While they're tapped out. I don't really want to attack. Not really. Not really. Hold on. Hold on. If I go for this, sacrifice this, pop this, we can actually go for stock up now? We can actually go for stock up now. That's pretty good, but maybe that is the play then. We're at 12 life, so while they're tapped out, they haven't done anything yet. Soul Search. Instead of stocking up, maybe now we just Soul Search, huh? Get rid of this. What is this? Annul? We don't care about that. At least you get the draw to kill a token. Right, right? We're still looking okay, right? They would have to swing in with the Tidebinder. If they want to make this play, swing in with Sanctuary, they have to swing in with Tidebinder. And then we can pick off Tidebinder with Malcolm. Free up Aclazotz. Yeah, no, that's not in their best interest, certainly. Stock up. Alright. Worlds, I won't say the world's our oyster, but not yet, but starting to feel a little, we're starting to feel that pressure be a little bit alleviated. It's probably just Bitter Triumph and I don't know, I don't hate another stock up, to be honest. Ooh, for the Bitter Triumph, right? I mean, why not? See what you got. free up the Aclazotz. That sounds pretty good to me. Good game. Round 3. Fight. Alright, this looks okay. Honestly, I mean, we have the end in case they do go for an early Kaito. We're going to need a little bit more land, but... just give me lands, please. I think I'm going to take it. I think I'll take that, but it doesn't feel good. Map token? That's not bad, right? Yeah, let's go for the Seam Rip instead of holding up No More Lies. I think that's a little bit better. A null! Oh my god. Alright. I think we just want lands. A null. Damn it, that's so annoying. Alright, no Kaito. Wow, they missed a land drop. That's huge. That is certainly huge. I'm gonna rip the stock up, see if they've got a counter spell. They do not. Wow, okay. So at that point, this is kind of our chance to kind of get ahead. So I'm gonna go for the Ultima and then one more land. So even if they did get the Kaito, we have the end on the back end, so that is nice. Yeah, it is nice. It's nice for us, and it's still not even like I'm not even like sitting beautifully here. Which is kind of the funny part. Like it's still like relatively nerve-wracking. If they play down a black source, I'm gonna go for the Bitter Triumph. But they don't. I think at this point we can it's definitely just over, but Psycho Babble. Alright, so I promise you this is Esper control, despite the open hand screaming and reeking of Azorius. I know, Astrals, you love Azorius, right? So we're just looking for land. Honestly, stock up isn't too bad either. It feels kind of weird to put away the stock up ever, so I think I'm going to say no. I'm looking for at least one untapped land. It feels weird to put away a stock up, but just like hollows? Oh, no. Oh. Alright, here's my Shoot the Sheriff. The one reason why I do like Esper is because I think you got better spot removal in black versus like Get Lost or whatever, but just good for land. Another Staka. I'm gonna have to put away another Staka. It's kind of gross, but I just need lands, so yeah, I'm seeing ripping this damn thing. If it was like a Chocobo, I'd just be a little bit more apt to go for Day of Judgment, but I don't know if I'm going to get there with this land situation here. I'll 25 if you rebrand to manamanmtg. Oh, that's... I don't know if I can do that. I've already bought the shirt, man. It's been years, right? Bought the shirt. It was literally, I'm not even joking you, back in 2021, but I bought the shirt. There's 2 of them. I do watch them occasionally. Can't be countered. Oh, God. Occasionally, I do, you know, watch some stuff, but probably I don't know. Should I go for 3 steps ahead here? I guess if I do have, like, a tapped black source, it's going to get a little squirrely. Probably should have just done it at my step and then committed to the Day of Judgment. How's life? They're banning me because I accidentally, not accidentally, I just straight up did, but I called a foil card a hollow card. How's life? I know, it's a cardinal sin. Alright, I think we're kind of cooked here. Probably should have done this at my step. Okay, Flood Mall should be okay here. I promise we are playing Esper, so I may have to check the mana base here. Stock up's probably just no more lies at this point. Well, actually, let's just give it a Shoot the Sheriff. I can't cast the damn thing, so. Oh, you got blue. You're a Simic deck. That is so gross. Simic, if I Day of Judgment, you're just going to swipe me, huh? Alright, let's try it out. I got 10 life, so I don't have the luxury of time. Feels like there's like a 100% chance I'm getting countered here. Simic Arbor, probably, yeah. Looking like it. This is just, okay, wow. Whew. Anything is better than a counterspell there, so if you want to kill the Seam Rip, that's totally fine, right? Simic Ouroboros. I've been seeing a little bit more than this lately. The Might. Speaking of mispronouncing things, I don't know if I can say this, but I'll try, right? Hemosymbic. Is it Hemo or? I'm gonna say Hemo, like hemoglobin. I don't know. Might, blood. Down to 5 I go. Alright, so I have Shoot the Sheriff and a Seam Rip and a No More Lies. It feels pretty good. Got it right the first time. Hemasimbic. There we go. Okay. That's... Snakeskin. Oh, not Snakeskin Veil to go for the Royal Treatment instead. That's totally fine. I think at this point I probably should just No More Lies this. Okay. And I'm thinking probably just Shoot the Sheriff at this point. I did burn my counter spell. Well, I can actually just block with the fish, so we'll just chill for now. Gotta extend the game. If not, we might go for the Consult the Star Charts, right? But the Beastbinder version has taken over in popularity. Yeah, Beastbinder is so good, man. Gosh, Beastbinder is good. Ooh, that's kind of gross, huh? Paul Patrick Root. If I want to shoot the sheriff, I gotta do this now, for obvious reasons. I'm gonna block. Yeah, we'll let them have it. Hunter's Talent. Alright, well, that's kind of... Okay, I guess we can shoot the sheriff then. May Mesa, what's good? What is this deck you play? I'm playing some Esper Control. Trying to get a little bit of, I might just let you have this, take one. I might have to go for Consult the Star Charts and just look for another sweeper. I mean, worst case scenario, what am I doing? I'm losing one here. That's not that bad. I think I'm just going to Consult the Star Charts and pray for a Day of Judgment. Taking one is not really that bad here, so... It's hollow for mill deck. That's what it is. That's what it is. Alright, Consult the Star Charts. They're tapped out. Alright, don't get anything crazy here. We do get the Seam Rip. So, man, what do I do here? I do have Shoot the Sheriff. Unfortunately, I did take this, so I'm gonna have to, like, shock myself in just to have two black sources here. Alternatively, I can go for a stock up. That's tough. I think I might have to hedge my bet here a little bit, because we're going to probably rip off a stock up. I am absolutely taking my sweet time here, and I do apologize, but... So no Seam Rip for me. We can survive one more blow here. I think I do have to commit to the Verge, just because I do want to have the 3 steps ahead open and up. So if I shoot the sheriff... Let me read this card again. Typically helps to read stuff here, right? Another creature control gets 1/1 until end of turn where this creature uses power. Okay. So I guess if I shoot the sheriff on you, you get a 2/2. I guess we're just going to have no choice here. If they do have another haste creature, well then we're just cooked. Even if they pump up the talent, I mean, we're still alive. Alright, just trying to kick the can here a little bit. Mill's very cool when you play it, but when not, it's against you. Yeah, it's more of a combo, though, because it's honestly, like, it's sweep the board, which, you know, is good for control. And then it's obviously, works basically an insta-kill if you can resolve the Riverchurn Monument. Unless you got Royal Treatment, I say we're down to 1. We've systematically kind of, you know, try to push the can down the road as far as possible. Alright. I think the... this is basically the game here, right? So the thing is Trample. So I think at this point, I actually just have to stock up and try to find a sweeper, right? Because Elspeth does not do enough, no. Gives Trample. Gross. Alright, stock up. And we're going to find a Day of Judgment, and everything's going to be fine. Well, I think that's about it, huh? Yeah, you got it, my friend. Alright, alright. Alright, got Liliana, the content queen. Hopefully we can make use of her here. This looks pretty good. I think Seam Rip is the biggest advantage that you'd run Seam Rip, which is what I'm doing for, is against the Cauldron. That's been my favorite utility with the Seam Rip. Either that or Cecil, because otherwise, Red can't take care of Cecil. Can't take care of a lot of things, so... Alright, Beza is one of the best anti-aggro cards in the meta. Very, very good against aggro, but not very good against anything else. Something's missing. Yeah, I think we could build a solid tier 2.5 Grixis deck. I think we could do it. Ballot. Riverchurn Monument. Oh, there's my one Riverchurn Monument. Probably should just, I mean, honestly, probably should have just pitched it, but the sideboard probably needs a little bit of work here. All right, we just gotta bite the bullet and just go for the stock up. We're looking for a white source, which I don't have. I mean, we do, but it's a tap source, which is kind of unfortunate. Our next turn is basically just going to be tapped archive, and then probably, I guess we go for stock up. We could go for rupture. Because we're probably going to want to go for Beza on the next turn. So actually, I'm going to go for the rupture. No, we're not. The answer is pretty much always stock up. Alright, so we're probably okay. This isn't mono red, right? It's just green stompy. Innkeeper's Talent is actually not that bad. Kind of gives us a turn to breathe here. The only question is, do you think they have whatchamacallit? Gotta stock up before the archive, for obvious reasons. But we're at 13 life. I don't think we're dead in the water yet. I would really like to see a Day of Judgment. Day of Judgment would be phenomenal. Okay. I think I would just take an untapped land, to be honest with you. That will do. So next turn we go for Beza, Meticulous Archive. Hopefully they just don't slam down anything super crazy here. Royal Treatment, they're just pushing straight damage, huh? Jeez, oh Pete. Green Stompy when they're playing Simic. The hollow versus foil comparison. I don't know what you're talking about at this point. Down to 7 we go. Beza should save my life here. And then we can go in for our lovely either Rupture. I always want to say Rapture, but Rupture. Alright. If you got a counter spell, we're just dead, right? Alright. You got a counter, we're just dead. No counter. Well, that was literally the game there if they did, so. Give me my 4 life, please. Elspeth. I guess, right? We have a board wipe. I'm absolutely blocking here. Yeah, Elspeth, I'd say, is pretty decent, huh? We're absolutely blocking. I don't think I'm going to get Spell Pierce, but who knows? Yeah, we're blocking. Ow. Down to 8. That is totally manageable. Are we getting Spell Pierce here? I don't think so, but we'll see. I could go for Liliana, but I think it's probably just better to Rupture here. If their plan is to go for like Royal Treatment, I mean, just getting them to sack is good enough. So I think we actually should Liliana here. -4, and then we have a passive Liliana, whereas this doesn't really do the trick, I don't think so. If they have Spell Pierce, they just have it. So I think Liliana is actually the correct play here over the Rupture. Still have 8 life, so we should be okay. Yeah, Snakeskin Veil, whatever they want, is not gonna get around that. I assume that's what they have, because they are holding up priority at instant speed. Fearless, how's it going, my friend? No! Stop! Stop! Stop the stomp! Oh, they're swinging a Lily. Wow, that's phenomenal. That's absolutely phenomenal.
How disappointing.
Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Alright, so we literally just have the Rupture now. I mean, we could have went for Rupture and then gone for the Riverchurn Monument for the insta-kill. But was that the right move? I don't know. I kind of always lean to Liliana, but Jeff Mack, how we doing here? Liliana the Rescue. Yeah, this is, she gets no love. And she needs more love. Yeah, let's try it again, baby. I haven't seen a counter, so I'm just assuming it's like a Snakeskin Veil / hoping, but last turn probably should have just gone in straight in for our, you know, Rupture. Because we would have already had the win here, but trying to give the Content Queen her shine. But if they have another ballot, we could just be screwed. Or they don't need 2 ballots at this point. Now we're good. We just go in for the Riverchurn Monument. Life should be good now. I mean, we literally just have, yeah, we just have an insta-kill here, so... How many battles have we seen? 1, 2... That's fine. Oh, we've had... Actually, all 4 of the battles are in the graveyard, so no haste. We don't have to worry about the haste. That's nice. Unless you have negates, I think you specifically would have to go for negate, right? I think you would need negate exactly. And even if you did, then we have Elspeth to kind of help out, but... that should just be GG's. Unless you can remove your graveyard at instant speed or counter a triggered ability, or an activated ability, excuse me. Ta-da! Round 3. Fight. Alright, I'm a little scared here. This is kind of not great, but Day of Judgment is probably the single best momentum switch. So I think I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this. We'll go for the archive and maybe find something a little bit lower to the ground. Because if they go for might... Oh, if they go for might into... whatever the hell that thing's called. The haste beast. We're in a big trouble. I think we're going to put this away. We need something a little bit lower to the ground here. Bitter Triumph. Yeah, I'm a big fan of Bitter Triumph. Alright, no haste. That's pretty nice. But I do need something that I can actually play. Kind of a risky start here, but like I said, if they don't have anything super crazy, we can take 1 damage all day. Sirach. Alright, do you have the authority, which, I mean, I guess it is something that we can play now, huh? Authority into tap. Bang, bang. Please play something big and scary. Just play something big and scary. Play something big and scary. You know you want to. I can sense the inner Timmy. Oh, wow. What is that? Oh, Tifa's Limit Break. Jesus. Counterspell base? I don't see base. Oh, that's not permanent. Okay, okay. Starcage ain't doing much, huh? This is our move. Day of Judgment. Do you have a counterspell? They do not. Thank God. Thank Ugin. That's pretty huge. That's pretty huge. Alright, now we just resolve Aclazotz. Do they have a counterspell now? They didn't have it last turn, and oh. Aclazotz seals it, baby! Aclazotz, the deepest betrayal. Let's go. Mathios. Hello, I'm gonna keep this. A little slower, but that's okay. Watery Grave, huh? I see your Watery Grave, and I raise you a Watery Grave, and not to be cocky, but I think mine's a little prettier than yours, but... Hey, speaking of the Raffine deck, Astrals. Deep Cavern Bat, huh? Speaking of the bat... What do they take here? I guess it would have to just be the removal piece, right? But... now we got more removal. Is this gonna be Dimir? Dimir mid-range, I would assume, then? Oh, we're gonna go for Kaito. Oh, okay. Well, here's where we need that Planeswalker removal. Because Kaito on curve, turn 3, pretty rough. Now, we do have the end. Of course, I have the end, but I can't go for that right now, so... Oh, I miss Blot Out so much. I gotta say it every single time the opportunity presents itself. Alright, so we can the end next turn, but this turn, we're gonna stare down a Deep Cavern Bat. This might just be a little too much for me here. Stock up. Let's find something here, huh? It's gotta be Seam Rip by default. Seam Rip. I have 2 lands here. Is Liliana a little too clunky? I feel like Liliana is a little bit too clunky, staring down a Kaito. They're gonna bat me next turn. We can threaten Seam Rip and probably a land or a stock up. I think I'm just gonna take the land. I know it seems kind of crazy, but I think I have a decent amount of answers here. As much as I love you, Aclazotz, there's just like no way we get this to resolve, right? Hold on. I actually don't know what to pitch here. I'm just going to go Aclazotz. I just cannot imagine that Aclazotz is going to stick around. So we pitch away Liliana and Aclazotz, which are kind of our win cons, but we do have an Elspeth, so we just have to worry about getting that far, honestly. All right, Bat. If they don't take, if they do take Seam Rip, then whatever. But if they don't, then we have free reign to just the end the Kaito. If we can beat Dimir on the draw, that'll be pretty swell. So now they could even have, you know, removal. Eventually, we will be able to use the end for 2 black pips, which is... Oh! Yo! No, 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 no. This is too much. This is too much too early. Alright. Well, 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 well. Our only play is to go for an uninspiring Seam Rip here, huh? I think they're kind of under us here, so we're going to go for Seam Rip here. I would love to Day of Judgment, I would, but don't we have to, like, threaten the end? We have a Kaito. I don't know if we're going to be able to get out of this. Seems a little goofy. Yeah, we're, like, really... Yeah, we're not looking good here. If I pop the bat and get my Day of Judgment back, I mean, I just don't think that they're just dumb enough to commit to the board and let me blow up the board. They're probably holding on to at least a counterspell, so... Turn 3 Kaitos are on the play. On the draw, it's, like, manageable. On the play... Yikes. Maybe I should have a little bit... I mean, again, I can't beat myself up too much for getting Kaito'd on turn 3. But maybe we should have a little bit more of an answer to Planeswalkers. Even though I have been pretty outspoken about not liking Get Lost. But I think you kind of need something here. Well, if they've got a counter, we're just, like, screwed. So I think we should maybe just commit to the counter. Like, let's just pretend like they don't have a counter and they have a Drowner instead. If they have a Drowner instead, I don't think we even should go for the end. We should just go for Elspeth. If they have a counter, that's probably just scoop worthy. Okay. What do they have here? They have a Drowner then, right? There's no way they just have nothing. Curiosity. Okay. Get Lost feels bad. You give them a card, filtering them. Yeah, I know. I don't like Get Lost. I think because we're in black, I want to stick to the more black removal stuff. It does feel really bad. I am not a big fan of Get Lost. Yeah, it feels really bad. Bitter Triumph, you have to either discard or pay 3 life, but that might be my removal of choice. But you know, whatever. Kaito on the play, turn 3. It's gonna hurt. Like, there's no way around that. It's gonna hurt. So they're gonna draw. Elspeth takes some damage. They still have a loaded hand. My god. Yuck. Into a Siren. I gotta find a way to pick off this bat so I can go for frickin' Day of Judgment, but... Right. That's why I miss Blot Out Astrals. It's such a problem because it just has Hexproof anyway. But Blot Out gets rid of it. Blot Out's the only card. Obviously, if you're on the play or draw, excuse me, then you don't have 3 mana up anyway. But Blot Out is the only thing that really got rid of it. Promptly. Well, I think we're... I don't know if there's an out here, right? Join the fight. I don't think there's an out. I mean, we can just try to the end, but they're just... I think they're just so far ahead of us. Got 2 blockers here. Cat for Drowner. They've got 2 blockers here. I think I have to try to... If this is my play, I have to try to play around... Because at this point, I might want to just go for the Curiosity, honestly. They got a counter, we can play around Phantom Interference. We'll just deal with the Kaito, I guess. All right, well, we got rid of the kitty cat. So they do have the oh, okay, so I'm glad I went for the untapped land. They do have the Phantom Interference. I guess we'll take a look here. Yeah, nothing crazy. It's cookie cutter Dimir. So, okay, we got rid of the kitty cat. And then I guess I might go for Consult the Star Charts. But getting rid of that cat feels huge. And come to think of it, because they do have this, I think I should actually just... this is the only window I have. I can't kick it, obviously, but... I mean, we're going to have to try it out. So we got Phantom Interference. We got one card. We didn't kick it, so we have one card here. A little underwhelming, honestly, for 6 cards. You have 0 point, but it's Poison the Waters. I don't know what Poison the Waters is, to be honest with you. I need to look that up. So really hoping for some spot removal. We do have Malcolm. I guess it's probably Malcolm. Maybe we can get a surprise flash in with Malcolm, block the bat. I mean, we're doing the absolute most we can here. We've done, I think, as well as we could, getting rid of that, the kitty cat. Poison the water. Ruds, Janky Bruce, hello, my friend. Poison the waters. 1 in a black sorcery. All creatures get -1/-1. Target player reveals their hand. You choose no. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Man, I'll take a look at that after this game. Okay, you're not attacking, right? Nope, you're not attacking. Elspeth's gonna live. I mean, this could be worse. This could be way worse, right? Okay. We also got a Sanctuary now here, too. So, I don't think... we can block with Malcolm. So let's not waste any time here. We're just going to try this. Got a Sanctuary, so I don't think swinging into the Kaito proves fruitful. Is it worth shocking myself in here? Should I shock in the Godless Shrine so that I can hold up Malcolm 3 steps ahead and No More Lies and just go for a power play that way? I'm kind of leaning towards yes, but they have Phantom Interference. So if I go for Malcolm, they might just let it resolve, and then I can go for No More Lies 3 steps ahead. Let's not do that then. Okay. It would hit your Elspeth tokens. Oh, I think that's mostly fine, honestly. Alright, Fountainport. You're just pumping up the jam, huh?
I thrive in the dark.
Alright, we're gonna go for the Malcolm. A little thin there, but we're gonna try it out. 0 point wood as well. 0 point, what is that? Alright, not having this cat is really nice, but let's try this out, right? Malcolm. And they're going to let this go through, because they're not going to go for Phantom Interference. That would make no sense. But if I can block the bat... block for damage. Just trade. Block. So we're going to take one... Elspeth's still going to survive. Okay. That's fine. We're going to take, what, a whole... No, we're taking no damage. Elspeth lives. I mean, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal, right? Goddamn... Or I keep calling it Damnation. Day of Judgment back. Preacher. Maybe I go for 3 steps ahead, because then they're going to probably use their Phantom Interference. And then we can just clean it up with Day of Judgment if they get cute. I mean, I got one. I'm just begging for this Phantom Interference to go through. I'm begging for it, basically. Absolutely begging for this Phantom Interference. One left open. Sure. Alright, now we have Day of Judgment and a No More Lies. So we should be able to sweep this up pretty good, right? Alright, I don't want to mess this up. I come a long way on the draw versus this damn deck. I don't want to mess this up. I mean, we're gonna Day of Judgment no matter what, right? Okay, didn't work. I don't want to go for the Fountainport and draw. We're gonna go for Day of Judgment. This is face open. Resolves. Elspeth. 2 blockers for Kaito. Probably just use the Fountainport. I mean, alternatively, we do have No More Lies. They're just buffing off this damn Kaito, though. And they do have Soulstone Sanctuary, which I'm extremely aware of at this point, and it's making me a little nervous.
I've trained with the best.
Is it worth the Fountainport here? I think so. I mean, what am I really looking to counter? I mean, everything's so low to the ground. I think I do just take the draw here. Everything's so low to the ground, so... I don't think No More Lies, holding up No More Lies is very fruitful there. I gotta be kind of worried, though, because eventually the Soulstone Sanctuary is also a ninja. I can also make Fountainport tokens with the fish. I mean, it costs 1, but we do get more blockers out that way, so... something to keep note of. It's just plus here, whatever. I'm not getting crazy. I do kind of want to kick this. If I kick this, I can leave up Fountainport. I can leave up Fountainport if I kick this Consult the Star Charts, right? It's a little greedy, but like I think I have to be a little greedy, right? Alternatively, we can't go for Seam Rip, so we know that. Seam Rip's out of the question. I don't really want to shotgun this Godless Shrine either. I do have 1 Seam Rip and got a No More Lies. I think it's probably Rupture. And probably just a land. I mean, I guess I could go another Rupture. Maybe it should just be another Rupture. Just double Ruptures. So eventually they're going to start going for Fountainport. This Fountainport angle is kind of scaring me, huh? Okay. To my head, huh? I think I may... Do I even block the fish? They can't have a cat. We exiled them all. We exiled all the cats. Do I just take 1? Is that really that bad? Knowing there's no cats, right? There's no cats, so do I really care if I take 1 damage here? I don't think so. I'm gonna say no. Maybe that's dumb. I don't know. Can't imagine it is though. Fountainport. Draw. He might play other Kaito. I don't think why. I mean, I guess they kind of want the whatchamacallit, the Kaito to be big though. Like, why would they do that? They could go for the other Kaito, but like they've already invested so much beef into this.
Didn't stay hidden for long.
I guess they can go for the Surveil. That's the big scary thing, right? They go in for Surveil, now they can draw because I lost life, but... I kind of want all the blockers I can have in case they have Drowner. Maybe that was the bad move, though, because we let them Surveil. This is kind of the reason why I'd also have the whatchamacallit, Seam Rip and Ruptures. Maybe that was a little bit bad of a move, huh? That's fine, whatever. Well, we do have the insta-kill here. If they have negate, that would be crippling, but I guess we'll give them the chance to go in for a Sanctuary or a Fountainport. I mean, they gotta know that I'm doing this, so yeah, whatever.
You won't be so lucky next time.
If they have negate, that's like the only thing I could... I mean, I guess 3 steps ahead technically, but they wouldn't be running that. Blockers. God, hold on. I actually getting a little cocky here, because I actually... Hold on. Because Soulstone Sanctuary, if they just get 1 hit on me, I think I'm toast, right? So I don't have this in the bag at all. I think a Drowner's actually lethal. So I may have did a little too cocky here. I don't care about the fish. Whatever. Fish is fine. If they go for Sanctuary, they could... The second they go into their battle step, I don't care. Don't care anymore. Yeah, that was actually really close, though. If they had Drowner, they could flash 1 in. I have 8 life. Go for Sanctuary. They're buffed up to the high heavens. Yeah, they're buffed to the high heavens, so... But now we just have the Riverchurn Monument. They would need negate. I mean, do they have Tidebinder now? I mean, they didn't scoop yet, so... I'm gonna try. Feels like Tidebinder is quite likely. So maybe I say no. Maybe I say no. We just hold still. We're gonna go for Elspeth. I think that's a kind of a bad move to just chuck in, do the Riverchurn Monument though. Maybe if anything, just do it on their upkeep, so that Tishana's Tidebinder can't swing in. Because again, if they have a Drowner, I mean they can just swing in because they're pumped to the high heavens here. No, I think it's dumb. I think it is absolutely stupid to go in for the monument here. Because I mean, realistically, hold on. Sanctuary, 1, 2, 3, Tidebinder, 1, 2, 3, Tidebinder. They can still pay the No More Lies. This is tough. It seems very easy if you're watching, but like, let me try and articulate this. No, I think the answer is no. Because I can go for Fountainport and create more. I have the win, I understand that. If they have, our plan is to go for Fountainport here. If they have Tidebinder, it's just like a nightmare. Now we kind of put them in a more vulnerable position. I'm a little surprised they're not going for tap downs. I'm a little surprised.
I just hate a fair fight.
Oh, big booms. So now I'm going to try to... Worst case scenario, we just go for the Singularity Rupture. So I think we're I know it seems backwards to do this now, but this way we don't put ourselves in a vulnerable position. If they have Tidebinder, I mean, then we can go in for the Rupture, right? So there's Tidebinder, sure. The question is, do I want to go for No More Lies to tap them down further? I mean, we can deal with the board now. I guess I kind of do, because they're going to go for Fountainport and be pesky. I know this seems kind of stupid, because they can just pay it. So I get that watch on the 7 and... Boss Cannon, how we doing here? Or Bass Cannon, excuse me, how we doing here? Alright, Tidebinder, sure. I mean, we can just take, what? Elspeth? Hold on, actually, I've actually never had this happen before. Hold on, can I activate this again or no? Or have I been exhausted? I actually don't know this. So, exhaust, I can activate only once, but I've already activated it, right? So even if I kill the Tidebinder, I'm still cooked, right? As I understand. Damn, I actually don't know that. It's a great question. Yeah, I don't know that. Can I get some help here? Chat. I think because I've already activated it, right? Or I've tried to, right? I don't have much of a... Wow, I don't know if I have much of a chance here. Hold on. I guess we're just gonna Day of Judgment either way. Yeah, I don't think I can. I don't think I can. Yeah, I don't think I can. That's okay. What I still can do is mill them out the slow way. So I can still do that. My plan here is to do this. Let's pay it now. I don't want to run into another Tidebinder. I don't want to run into another Tidebinder, so that's why I used the Fountainport on my turn. The exhaust only once ever. I was like for like 90% sure, but here's the thing, man. Do I even care about this damn fish? I mean, I kind of do. I think I do. They don't have a sanctuary anymore to worry about, so like we just have to worry about the Kaitos. I think this is okay. Sure. Yeah, you can get big. As big as you want. Ninja boy. Sure. Sure. Riverchurn Monument, we can just do this the old-fashioned way. Seam rep. They can ninjutsu one in for lethal. Right, right. Yeah, that's the thing I'm worried about. For sure. Elspeth. Ready arms. Maybe I just do this now. I mean, I don't care about my life that much, right? I mean, we have a clock on them via monument. Maybe I should stock up here, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Oh, man, I don't remember if I put my land drop for turn. I don't remember. I really don't. I guess we'll find out here. I did not. Cool. All right, cool. Fountainport. Ooh, they draw. Wow. They draw instead of make the fish. That means they're kind of getting desperate, I would think, right? Nope. No, 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 no. Elspeth survives. This turn 3 Kaito, you know, you're not looking so tough anymore, my friend. Not looking so tough. Yeah, get big. You're big. Who's a good little big boy?
Underestimate my skills.
Got 7 cards left. You're a little thin there. Getting a little thin there, my friend. You're getting a little thin there. I think I just flood the board, right? I just want to flood the board. Just flood, 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 flood. I don't care about my life total going down because it's very binary. They either get through or they don't. They get through or they don't. It's very binary. I don't even want to go for the Rupture and just push the game just because it's not necessary. It's just simply not necessary. Wonder why opponent isn't stunning you. Yeah, I saw a few drowners. I mean, there's 2 in the grave. Make that 3. They might only be running 3, to be honest with you. I don't feel about roping because like they could concede any time, so I don't feel particularly badly. Let's do this again. I mean, like, I'm almost tempted just to go in for, like, flying. Just for, like, a defensive flying thing here. I don't think they can... There's no flash flyers anymore without the fairy, though. I'm not swinging. That's... Yeah, definitely not swinging. I don't even know, like, really what I'm worried about. I guess just, like, a, whatchamacallit. So if I go for Preacher, they're going to start drawing, right? I don't care if they really draw, but we'll just do this for now. Not a fan of ropers. I know I'm kind of roping myself as well, so I do, you know, it is what it is. But when you go this far, I just don't want to make a mistake. Base playlist? Hell yeah. That's not roping. Oh yeah, yeah. It's in good faith for sure. Like I'm not just trying to like stall the game for no reason. Okay.
Just try to keep up.
I mean, I think this is the end. I don't know if they have a plan up their sleeve, but they're fighting. They're fighting with everything they got here. Mistrise Village, there's our uncounterable thing for control mirrors. I mean, I'm just going to go for it. At this point, we can do that. If I would have went for the... Oh, the game's over? The game's over. As far as I can tell. Let's make him fly. Tomorrow's a recording day. All right. Opponent's fighting it through. Take that in step. This has been the absolute longest match in history. Pay 1 life, make a fishy. All right, you got it. You got it, fishy. Yeah. Jeez.